I've never fasted like this before. I'm a Christian participating in the Ramadan fast. That basically means I'm not eating or drinking anything during the day, but I am during the night. Why am I doing this? Why did I decide to do this challenge? A big reason why is because I run a comparative religion channel. I find other religions and belief systems fascinating, and I want to learn more about them, knowledge-wise, but also I want to whatever extent I feel comfortable to, understand what they experience when they perform certain things. And since fasting, like Muslims do over Ramadan, doesn't offend any of my personal beliefs or doesn't impede on what I personally believe, I wanted to see what they experience. Plus, I think fasting is important, and when I'm fasting, I try to remember to pray because I feel hunger and I'm like, oh, I should be praying. Or I feel hunger, I'm like, I should remember who God is. Or, hunger reminds you about why you're fasting, and that points you back to God. I've also been trying to use this time to read more in the Bible in the morning and get my day started on the right foot. So those are a few of the reasons why I'm participating in the Ramadan fast and what got me interested to start this challenge in the first place. But how has it been going? How has my first week of Ramadan fasting been? Well, for starters, the first few days were actually pretty rough to a certain extent. I dealt with headaches the first couple of days. I wasn't eating or drinking enough, I think, before the day begun. Plus, my body wasn't used to it yet, and so I was just extremely hungry, extremely dehydrated, and I just had headaches all day. But the nice thing about it is that it did remind me to think about God and think about the things that mattered in life the most. And it did enable me early in the morning to read the Word. But as the week progressed and as things went further, I started getting used to being hungry during the day. Actually, like right now, it's about, I think, 5 o'clock or so. I feel fine. Of course, I'm hungry. I could eat something if I wanted to, but I don't have the same hunger pains I had like a week ago. And plus, the headaches that I used to have aren't as nearly as prevalent. They do come and go a little bit, but not nearly as bad. I think the biggest thing that has been weird for me is just a change of schedule. I've been getting up earlier than usual, going to bed at different times than usual. I've been going to bed with a full stomach, which I normally don't like doing. So it's just been throwing my schedule off for a loop, which has been taking a lot to get used to. Again, this is my first time ever doing this, so I don't know what this is like. It's also really messed with my workout routine a bit because I don't have energy during the day to work out. I can't drink water, so I don't really want to. And then by night after I eat, I feel weighed down. I don't really want to work out anymore. So it's been really messing with that routine as well. So my schedule in general has just been hard to keep up with. From a spiritual standpoint, I think it does really help in certain areas. It has been, again, as I said, the hunger keeps reminding me to pray. So like during the day, I keep thinking about the things I want to pray about. There's some personal things in my life that I've decided I would like to focus on praying about during this month. I think the only struggle I really think about sometimes is that when I get a little bit like really hungry, or maybe it's around lunchtime or whatever, the hunger, I start focusing on the hunger itself, and I become a little bit more obsessed with the hunger than I am with what the hunger is for. But it does eventually normally draw me back to why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And I have to keep reminding myself I'm doing this for God. I'm doing this for His glory. And I think starting my day off in Scripture has been helpful. It's a good place to start. Sometimes I have this habit of hitting the snooze button a lot before waking up, and then it's like, oh, I have to get to work real fast. But this has really allowed me to take time to read and get ready for the day. And plus, the one thing I've been enjoying too is the meal at the end of the day is always something to look forward to. It's always like, man, I'm going to eat. This is great. I don't necessarily enjoy actually the breakfast side of things. I don't like packing in a lot of food in the beginning of the day. That is something I'm not really getting used to. I don't do well packing in a lot of food at once. So that's the one thing that's a bit harsh. In the morning, I feel like I have to pack a lot down. Otherwise, for the most part, so far, it's been a pretty good experience. Physically, I'm getting more and more used to it. I mean, even within the first week, I've been getting more and more used to it. Spiritually, I think it has awakened me to certain things. It's helping me to focus in and hone in on things I want to pray for. Although I have a tendency to overwork myself. I will work myself thin, and then I kind of burn out for a bit, and then I try to rejuvenate. So I'm trying to avoid that. Getting up early and going to bed late hasn't been helpful for that. I have a tendency to do that. But overall, I think spiritually it's helping me trying to keep a focus on the things that are important. But yeah, overall, the week has been going pretty good, all things considered. I'm actually pretty impressed with how I was handling. Although I can't lie, I am looking forward to the big feast at the end of this whole thing. But week 1 is down. It's been going pretty good. there's ups and downs. The downsides, again, I'll just recap. Downsides a bit. Headaches. The schedule's kind of messed up. And I don't really like packing in a lot of food in the morning. But the upsides, it reminds me to pray. Gives me time to read the word early in the morning. Keeps me focused on the things that are important. And it allows me to be able to connect with people from outside my religion. It allows me to connect with other cultures and better understand what people put themselves through and what they experience. So overall, pretty positive experience, and I am looking forward to the next week. And thank you everyone who has subscribed over the past week or so. Thank you to all the people who support this channel. I am truly grateful for all the people who have come alongside me to join me on this journey. I can't lie, it still impresses me to this day that people are actually willing to engage with a weird Christian guy who is intrigued by other religions and is exploring the world and trying to help people to the best of his ability. And I don't know, it's crazy. It's a small channel. It's still a really small channel, but I'm just very grateful for every single one of those small subscribers coming in here and giving me a chance. But yeah, so week 1, good. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Very grateful here. LT World's very grateful for y'all. But yeah. Anyway, that's this video. It's pretty casual. Nothing too scripted or anything, so here I am. But as always, before I close out, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. But really, go out there and like the world yourselves.